Hey guys, what's going on? So if you have a rest day and you don't know what the hell to do because you just love the gym as much as I do, I got 3 important tips that I've got for you. Alright guys, so pretty much what I'm saying here is, like everyone else, we all have got some time where we need to recover. We need to make sure that our body is fully functioning, it's getting its proper sleep, it's getting its proper rest, and you're not working out as intensely, right? So what I'm going to invite you to do are 3 different things that I personally do, and I think they can help you. So while you're on your rest period and you're having a day to yourself to just not go to the gym or not to lift heavy, I'm going to invite you to start stretching, right? And it seems like a very basic thing, but I want you to think of all of the things that you really taxed out really intensely throughout your work week, or if you even just started your workout and then kind of had 2 or 3 days and then a rest day and then another 2 to 3 days sandwiched in there. Whatever the case may be, whatever you have been overloading lately, whatever you feel has been tight, whatever you feel has been worked in an abundant amount, what I want you to do is on this day, I want you to stretch that out a lot. And then all I want you to do is just stretch out the rest of your whole entire body, right? Now I'm talking about static stretching, I'm talking about foam rolling, I'm talking about dynamic stretching by getting into certain positions, certain movements, almost like a yoga pose. I know I do the downward dog quite a bit. I do a couple of the other ones. The names are slipping me right now, so I'm not gonna kind of go there, but essentially you see what I'm saying. Like you wanna get to the point where you're deloading and de-stressing your body from all the damage and the wear and tear that you had put on it throughout your work week or your work month or however long you've been going, right? Because the crucial thing about rest days isn't about just being lazy and sitting around and not doing anything, right? If you want to lift these great weights, you got to take care of your body so that you can consistently do that over a span of time. So what I'm going to invite you to do is stretch out the things that are tight. Stretch out the things that you're working, because that's going to be number one in anything. If you don't stretch it out and open it up, it'll never have the chance to breathe, and you'll be more susceptible to injury in the future. So just save yourself of that and just get to stretching. Alright, so number 2, right? Number 2, I would invite you to go something like hiking, walking, or running, right? Now, running, not necessarily. I don't know if I would recommend it so much for a rest day because it's still a pretty high intensity kind of exercise that you would be doing. However, if you were to do running, I would advise you doing it outdoors in a place that's either grass, dirt, or kind of gravel or something of that nature where your body has to proprioceptively react to the ground, right? It's not just hard pavement, it's not a treadmill, it's not this really like aggressive pounding motion. You want to go on something that's your body's more intended for. So whether it's sand, grass, dirt, whatever the case may be, if you're going to be running for your rest day, make sure it's on something that's very joint friendly, right? And make sure to do your stretching before you go running. That way you have all of the elasticity and all of the springiness to your musculature as best as possible before you go running. That way you don't mess up anything. Even if you go hiking or walking, stretch, open yourself up, get your body moving, get your body to flow some blood into places it hasn't been flowing as much recently. And then go for these like walks or hikes or whatever, right? So today for me, I did a lot of deep stretching, right? And then after that, I had done some emotional release / it's called dynamic meditation. It's something that Elliott has really brought up into my life. And a couple other people out there on YouTube as well, who it's pretty much just chanting and screaming and yelling and doing all these crazy things that like Native Americans would do and whatnot in efforts to let yourself out of your body. I know that's a crazy thing, but I'm going to talk about that more in just a second. But I did that and then I went hiking, right? So I deloaded my body of all the stress and I got into nature. And I went on a nice hike. I went to the top of a mountain. I read a book for a while, got like 75 pages in, and then I walked down. And you know what? It wasn't anything crazy. I wasn't like huffing and puffing. My body wasn't taxed in any which way. And I was honestly just enjoying myself in nature and enjoying the present. Sorry, there was a bug on the camera. And it's great to be able to get out of your head, right? And to get out of your head completely on a rest day is the best thing you could possibly do. Get out of your head and listen to your body. Go on a hike, go on a walk, go on a run, whatever it is, but make sure you stretch before that. And third, but like definitely not like the least, right? Last but not least, the dynamic meditation, or whatever you want to call it, right? Chanting, prowling, screaming, shouting, right? This is something that's crazy. And if you don't know what it is, I'll explain it, but I'll also have a link below which will kind of give you a video of Elliott. He's a guy that I reference to a lot because he has definitely shined light on a lot of good topics. And the concept is to throw a temper tantrum, or start by just opening your mouth and relaxing your body and just and like let out sounds and groans and weird moaning noises and whatnot. And if you don't feel comfortable with doing this with people home, wait until they're all gone, or go somewhere where you can feel comfortable being a crazy person, right? Because that's the thing, guys. If you are like me, right, you will suppress a lot of feelings unintentionally because you're conditioned to, right? Whether it's tears, whether it's screaming. I know an anger thing has been a thing I had worked on for a long time on myself. So whenever I do release any of these energies that have been kept in my body, and any anger seems to be a very big case, right? And it always comes out. You start screaming and shouting and crying and kicking and laughing and letting out all these emotions for no reason. And I swear, I invite you, go to the link and click on his video and watch the video and see what he does for himself, see the explanation himself, and let it liberate you. Honestly, don't be like weird about it. Don't think, oh, this can't possibly work, because it can, and it will. And it'll make you feel better about yourself. It'll give you a better self-understanding. So these are 3 great things that I invite all of you guys out there to do. I want you to stretch more often, whether it's foam rolling, stretching, dynamic stretching, whatever the case may be, and I will make videos on those things a little bit more in depth one day. I want you to start going on hikes and walks and maybe even moderate runs out in nature. Not in this side, not in the gym, outdoors, right? You go to the gym 3, 4, 5 days a week, get out of there for a second. Make it so that you're prioritizing on running or walking or hiking on your natural element. And your natural element is in the earth, within the earth, because we are not people that are like in the earth, really. We are of the earth, and we got to start remembering that, because it's just another topic I'll talk about. But obviously, guys, we got to just get more in tune with ourselves in nature. And that's another thing. Get more in tune with yourself on a rest day. Start throwing a temper tantrum. Start throwing these fits and open up and stop restricting your emotions. Get your clouded ass head out of the sky and ground yourself on the earth. That's all I gotta say, guys. If any of this made sense or didn't make sense, always email me at tyler.shamali@ascensionperform.com. You can ask me any questions you've got in regards to fitness, in regards to your body, in regards to all these emotional things, because these all play a part in your ultimate goal at just becoming a better, more well-rounded and educated person, right? So that's all I got to say, guys. Like our video, subscribe, and take it easy.